The first question is, in order to convert a proposal into a promise, the acceptance must be. We have four options, and the correct option is option A, that is absolute and unqualified. Let's look to second question. When consent to an agreement is caused by coercion, fraud, or misrepresentation, the agreement is a contract which is. We have four options here, and the option B is correct. That is voidable at the option of the consenting party. Let's move to third question. Where a person contracts to sell a certain immovable property without having any title thereto, can the purchaser compel him to make good the contract? We have four options here, and the correct option is option C, that is yes, if the vendor has acquired title to the property in question subsequent to the contract. Let's move to next question. So question number 4 is, A has entered into an agreement with B by misrepresentation. The contract is. We have four options here, and the correct option is option C, that is voidable. Let's move to fifth question. Ram contracted to pay to Suresh a sum of 25,000 rupees if Suresh house is gutted in fire. This contract is called contract of. We have four options here, and the correct option is option B, that is contingent contract. Let's move next. Question number 6. Normally the breach of contract to transfer immovable property. We have four options here, and the correct option is cannot be adequately compensated in money. So the option C is correct. Let's move to next question. Next question is question number 7. If the transferee takes possession of immovable property in part performance of contract and is ready and willing to perform his part of the contract. So we have four options here, and the correct option is option C, that is he can protect his possession. Question number 8. If a wife withdraws from the company of her husband who was diagnosed to be suffering from AIDS, can the court order the restitution of conjugal rights? We have four options, and the correct option is option D, that is not at all. Question number 9. Marriage between two persons took place, but it turned out that one of them was pregnant by some other third party. In such a case, the marriage is said to have. We have four options here, and the correct option is option C, that is voidable marriage. Let's look to next question. Question number 10. A marriage solemnized after 1st October 2006 can be dissolved by a decree of divorce if. We have four options, and the correct option is option B, that is the opposite party deserted the petitioner for a continuous period of 2 years, at least 2 years. Question number 11. If a petition is presented under section 13B of Hindu Marriage Act 1955 by both the parties, a decree of divorce can be passed by the court. We have four options, and the correct option is option B, that is not earlier than 6 months period has elapsed from the date of presentation of the petition. Question number 12. Can a provision be made by a court in a decree drawn in proceedings initiated under section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 for the custody of minor? We have four options, and the correct option is option A, that is yes. Let's move on to next question. Question number 13. Can irrebuttable breakdown of marriage be a ground for seeking divorce under Hindu Marriage Act? We have four options here, and the correct option is option B, no. Question number 14. Under section 18A of Hindu Succession Act, the property of a male Hindu dying intestate shall devolve firstly upon the heirs being relatives specified in class 1 of the schedule of the act, and class 2 here do not include. So the class 1 here, the question is, you don't have to look at the above statement, look at this statement only. The class 1 here do not include. We have four options here, and the correct option is option D, that is father.